Well, in the news, we hear a lot of stories linked to domestic violence, and it's something that is happening in all of our communities. And even when someone is able to leave a bad situation, the abuse can often continue. And so today we're working to be better together, and we're talking with Daquela Jackson, the founder and CEO of Fiercely Embraced, and also Ebony Aromabor, the president of Village Support Therapy and Consulting. These are two very strong and wonderful women. Thank you very much for having this conversation with me. Ebony, I'll start with you, and then Daquela, I'll go to you. So what is post-separation abuse for anyone who might not be familiar with this idea?
Yeah, so as you were saying, it's abuse that continues after an abusive relationship ends. I know oftentimes, we may hear the messaging that a person just needs to leave an abusive relationship in order for things to end, but things don't always just magically end, and most of the time that is not the case. And so post-separation abuse, it's pretty much, we can say, tactics and strategies that an abuser may use to maintain control over a person. And that can range. I mean, it can be the same type of abuse that was happening during the relationship, whether it was physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, etc. Or it can be, other, types of abuse.
When it comes to you, why does this resonate so much with you, and why did you want to create Fiercely Embraced in the first place?
Okay.
I created Fiercely Embraced because it is something that I experienced, and I was able to rebuild myself, and I want to be able to help the community and women and children that are experiencing this.
So talk to me a little bit about your resource, because you all have different avenues to try to address this.
Yes, so currently Fiercely Embraced, our mission is to empower, educate, advocate, and spread awareness with support.
Yes, and what does that support look like?
So support means that we are going to be behind them all the way. The women that are a part of Fiercely Embraced, they've also been through post-separation abuse. So we will mentor them, guide them with resources, and just give them love. And, it's almost like a sisterhood.
Yes,
That's what we want.
It takes a village. When we talk about wellness, it's so not a sprint, right? It's a marathon. Ebony, what's one thing that people can leave here with and be a little bit better? Because there's a lot of people who have never even experienced therapy, especially with your expertise.
Yeah, so when I think about post separation, afterwards there's a lot of picking up the pieces, right? And so that may include, building up your natural supports again, because when you think about oftentimes being in an abusive relationship, one of the tactics that is used by the abuser is alienation. Just figuring out what's going to be next. And so that may include, connecting with a therapist who can help you to process through, the abuse that you experience. But then also helping you to kind of strategize around, moving forward and what moving forward is going to look like for you.
I appreciate you all so much for having this conversation with me. And of course, we'll have their information and more for you at KARE11.com/news.